of all the feedback that we get, people who were at the actual venue, we're going to pick two names from the feedback response, and those two people will win free weekend passes, fully transferable to the upcoming event in April. And for the Zoom attendees, they will get a weekend's Zoom access to the upcoming event, also fully transferable to a friend or so if they wish. We've gotten all the names, and we've put them in a spin wheel, and we're going to pull them now live on stage. And that's it.
Hi there, folks, and welcome back to Nippon Trading International's Japan Real Estate Podcast. I'm your host, Ziv Nakajima again, and this podcast is brought to you, among others, by Emil Gorgies of realestate.jp. He's a Tokyo real estate agent who specializes in serving international or mixed nationality families who are looking for the perfect family home. So Emil's an Australian. He's been living here in Japan for over 2 decades now, and for about half of that time he's been buying, selling, and managing real estate properties in Tokyo on behalf of his own family and a great many happy clients. And he also acts as a mortgage broker on behalf of his clients. So he's got dedicated loan officers in many of the Japanese mega banks. And if you're a regular listener of the podcast, you probably already know him from our JREP, the Japan Real Estate Experts Panel sessions, which means that you're already aware of the fact that the man is an absolute fountain of wisdom on all things related to real estate in Japan, and in particular to family homes, the greater Tokyo metropolitan area, and mortgages. And most importantly, he's incredibly generous with his time and advice, which he's more than happy to provide at no cost or commitment to anyone asking. So if you've been thinking about buying your home in Tokyo, but you've been sitting on the fence for a while, or you just want to have a chat in English with a real expert, drop him a line on sales@realestate.jp. Hit him up today and start exploring your options. All right, so still basking in the glow of this month's summit, we got together, Tracy, Blanca, Emil, and myself, to do a quick debrief, have a chat about the event and how awesome you all were. Review your feedback surveys and see what you like the most, the least, and what you want the future of the summit to look like. So really valuable info from all of you who participated in those surveys. Huge thanks to you all. And most importantly, we also got together to draw the winners of our raffle. We'll be getting free tickets to the next summit, so pay close attention. It might be you. Aside from the winners, we're also going to be announcing the next summit on this episode. So real good one, especially if you're a friend of the Japan Real Estate Summit, or even thinking about attending the next one in April next year, in person or online. Enjoy the session, and I'll see you again on the other side.
of all the feedback that we get, people who were at the actual venue, we're going to pick two names from the feedback response, and those two people will win free weekend passes, fully transferable to the upcoming event in April. And for the Zoom attendees, they will get a weekend's Zoom access to the upcoming event, also fully transferable to a friend or so if they wish. We've gotten all the names, and we've put them in a spin wheel, and we're going to pull them now live on stage. Is that what
And
you
that's it. To anyone who hasn't attended the summit, these are prizes worth between 10 to 20,000 yen a pop, depending on whether you're streaming or in person. So they're nice. Fill in the survey more next time.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Let me share my screen.
Go for
Yep.
it.
So spin wheel number one, we had.
Hang on, we can't see your screen.
No, we
Why
can't see your
us?
screen. I'll turn off my video so we have it more big.
Yeah, I'm going to share it now. So first for the Zoom attendees, people who attended via Zoom, we have was it six feedback responses from them. So okay, so pretty good odds for these people to get another ticket. So I'm just going to click to spin the wheel. Can we see that? Can we hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, does it make noise? We can't hear it. There's no noise. I didn't hear.
That's fine. Well,
Amy!
it's clapping, it's applauding. So it goes to Amy.
So, Amy, we have your email address. So
Yeah,
we
cool.
will.
I didn't put your email addresses and names down. So Amy, so we'll remove Amy from the list. Now I get increased odds. Well,
Just like I'm on Temu.
actually, same odds. And John.
And John! Whoop!
Hey, John.
Yay!
Oh, all right.
Right, so
Done.
that's 2 streaming tickets.
2 streaming tickets are given away. And now let me see. Let me just share my other screen. There we go. This is for the people in person who responded. And there's a lot more of these. I don't know what, 35 maybe, I believe. So let's give that a go. Click. Oh,
Crystal!
Crystal.
I know who that is.
Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, Crystal.
Crystal, I think, was one of the Hawaiians that you mentioned, Tracy. She was also on
wow.
our
Okay.
testimonials highlights.
Oh, fantastic. Hope to see her again.
And
Ivan.
Ivan.
Woo!
Excellent.
Cool. And Ivan.
So Crystal, Ivan, Amy, and John. John, we will be emailing you with your ticket vouchers, I guess, whatever Tracy can cook up in her ticketing platform. And
Sure.
we'll see you at the next summit. That's
Yep.
19 April 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here's some big news for anyone interested in Akia, the abandoned vacant homes that are abundant all around Japan for very attractive purchase prices. Akia Mart, our latest sponsor, is a recently founded online search and discovery tool for Japanese real estate. Its user interface will be very familiar to users of Zillow or Redfin. The platform essentially scouts the internet for property listings, translates them into English, and displays prices in US dollars, all in one place and with a dynamic map interface that makes browsing, finding, and shortlisting your favorite properties a piece of cake. Which any of you who have been struggling with the dozens, if not hundreds, of Japanese property websites that are available online and their very clunky interface will probably find a real blessing. They've got already over 500,000 listings on the platform, and the database is expanding daily. Ranging from abandoned rural homes to luxury urban properties, Akia Mart makes it easy to find your dream home in Japan, regardless of your budget. Now, while the platform is essentially free for use, here's an exclusive offer for listeners of the podcast. You can use the promo code NTI to receive $5 off Akia Mart Pro. The subscription will unlock a bunch of very attractive features for you, including unrestricted access to the entire nationwide property database and a whole range of filters, which will help power charge your search for that elusive perfect home and make it even easier. So hop over to akia-mart.com, that's AKIYA-MART, akia-mart.com and kick off your search today.
Yeah.
Now, Zib, when do you think you'll get this podcast out? Because I actually have some more offers for people, free tickets for the hospitality summit that's on this week and next week.
Ooh, nice. I was gonna publish this as the next episode, but I'll give you a few days and publish something else if you want.
Yeah, well, no, you could publish it now, and the people will get free tickets too. Now, I did advertise it on the day, so Rose and I are both speakers. So here is the summit, and I'll give you the link for that. So this is a virtual summit. There's 2 days this week, 2 days next week. And it's all about hospitality. So if you really got a lot out,
it has to be published this week. Okay, I'll do it now.
yes. So if you got a lot out of Rose's talk, my talk, there's going to be more of that. So all about sort of exceptional hospitality for short-term rental, medium-term rentals, and also events. So if you're really into wanting to make event spaces and maximize the profits out of your real estate investments, that's what this one's all about. And I have if you want some free tickets, you just for the basic type, not for the VIP, you can use the ticket. You click on the buy now, and it's COMP is the accept all cookies. There we go. And you book the ticket here, and then you put the coupon comp in there and apply that, and there we go. It's a free ticket. So if you want the all access pass, that's all for like all the recordings and all of the workbooks and all of the flim and flam, the learning library. That's additional, but just for the education set, it's the code comp, and it's there for anyone. So anyone who needs it, but it's recorded as well. I mean, for Japan times, it's I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. Look at the time. I'm on at 5 a.m. And on Friday this week. And so, yeah, I'm doing my call live, but, it is recorded. So it's because it's on US times. But
what's the difference between the 29th and 30th to the 5th and 6th?
It's basically, it's the schedule. So, it's the speakers, whoever is on. So here is the is the schedule. So, and there's these are global leaders in hospitality and short-term rentals from all over the world. Obviously, it's a lot of stuff with in the US based, but yeah. So this is the program. Also, it's using a really interesting virtual summit program called AirMeet. And so there's, it's actually a really interesting software. So I've used it for a couple of virtual summits before, and it's really cool, as in you can, really interact with the speakers. So it's not just sitting there absorbing it, but no, it's good sessions. So you can just go through the days. So,
okay, I'm not sure I'll have it on time because the first day is today, isn't it?
No, tomorrow. No, that's US time.
Oh, US time.
But it doesn't really matter because, like I said, it's all recorded. So you can, and you have, you will have access to all the recordings. And it's also on next week as well.
Okay, cool. Yes.
But all of these people, if you're a Minpaku short-term rental person, these really are the global leaders in short-term rentals. So, yeah. So anyway, so that's it's my community of global hosts all over the world. So
I did want to add briefly, thanks Tracy, about the raffle we just had for those tickets. If some people were on the Zoom and decide they want to come in person, then we can upgrade for the difference from the Zoom to the in-person one.
So it'll be half price for an in-person ticket, basically.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And then we can talk, and the people who attended in person but then either want the Zoom or cannot attend will respond to our email and we'll talk to you. But I think the easiest thing is we'll just email you and say, congratulations, you've gotten this. And when the date comes, you can just reach out to us and we'll sort it out. We don't have the ticketing up and running yet.
I think if somebody won an in-person ticket and they can't make it this time, we can probably hold it for you for the next summit that you will be able to attend. So
yeah,
or it's transferable if you have a friend who
sort
wants
it
to
out.
go. Yeah. So, alrighty. Now the results. Let's talk about
the
the actual.
results.
Can we zoom in a bit? I'm a bit too old for this tiny font.
Maximize your screen. Where are we at?
Am I? Okay, let's go maximize. There, is that better?
That's better. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Or do the command plus.
Okay,
Command shift plus. What do you? I don't know what.
Mac people.
There we go. Nice and big and fat.
There we go. So we had 36 responses. Mostly people that were there in the room on Sunday. So very, very few people responded if they only came on Saturday. So I think that's because the email went out, but if you didn't see it, you didn't need. I mean, we actually, if you did actually fill it out, I think we added you into that wheel of thing anyway. So, but anyway, the results were pretty good. So a lot of people have said good things, variety of speakers, good networking. Q&A is always good.
So we're looking at what was your favorite part of the summit?
Correct.
Insights from the primary speakers and the networking opportunities.
Yes, taxes, Akia Hub, all popular. First day sessions. People like the networking. People have asked when the recordings are coming out. I've got a couple.
Oh, they are out. I'm so sorry. We should have mentioned the downloads page is up and running at nippontradings.com or any of our social media channels, definitely on the JREP Experts Panel Facebook page as well. Yeah, it's all there. The videos, the slide decks, and the beautiful photo gallery.
Yeah, and we're doing also, by the time this comes out, the realestate.jp site as well. We're doing a nice summit page, and we're trying to do also the previous summits as well, so they can go back and look at previous year's summits and have easier access to all those material too. We're trying to collate them and put them together. So, but definitely this latest one, by the time this video is out, that page as well, realestate.jp will also have the summit.
This one, wait, Tracy, don't scroll down. This was a really important comment that I really enjoyed reading, is that I personally take pride in it, and I think all of our speakers do, is that we don't get too technical. Well, we talk to people in terms that they would hopefully understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's juicy information for sure. It's not dumbed down at all. But I think all of us who have lived in Japan a long time, I think we're very cognizant of like using like being able to speak to people at like whatever their native language is, and also at different levels of their understanding of everything from taxes to mortgages. So I know, Emil, I've learned so much from you from just how you like demystify the mortgage thing. So I learn something every time I come.
So the comment, sorry, for the podcast listener, the audio listeners, the comment says speakers use easier language instead of difficult words that I don't understand. I completely sympathize. I feel like that many times too.
Also, I'm a simple person.
Yeah.
So people seem to just really enjoy all the discussions and the Q&A, networking, the breakout sessions.
I must admit, going through, like looking through these items, a lot of it does talk about the networking connections and networking and meeting with people, like this comment here, making new connections and hearing real life stories pertinent to real estate transactions and investing.
The case studies are genius, absolutely important.
Cases.
Some of the case studies that Chai mentioned as well, with his, with his real estate in Kanto, Kansai, is very. I learned a lot from that as well. Real use cases. It's not dry at all. And
the breakout rooms are a big success. I know that the streamers often complain about not being able to see what's going on in the breakout room, but the fact that the breakout rooms are there for the in-person people is invaluable. And again, we can't film in the breakout room because that's where people are talking about their private stuff.
Yeah. So come, be there in person. So that's the way to enjoy that. So yeah, the main hall is all about you know, lots of general information, and then in the breakout rooms it's all, you know, nitty-gritty. People are able to talk about their personal, you know, their personal situations and get real life, you know, information on the spot to move their, you know, to solve problems on the spot, which is great. And I think this is really important as well, that we are not just Tokyo centric, or but that we really are bringing in lots of other parts of Japan, because that's, you know, that's where a lot of the interest is, especially in the buying holiday houses, etc.
I think we'll finally have a sponsor slash speaker from an agency in Fukuoka next time. I know that I'm from Fukuoka, but I talk about, you know, more global Japan stuff. So we'll have somebody who actually specializes in the Kyushu market.
All right. Let's look at the next. What's the next session?
So these are the people that everyone liked.
Okay, so scroll up a bit. Sorry, what's it say on top? What's the heading for this one?
The heading is which sessions or speakers stood out to you most and why?
Everyone's in there. You don't even need to go through the names.
No, but it looks like it's data. So that's really important. Anton and yeah. Oh, the family stay. That's me. But Akia Hub always bring the goods, right? They always, you know,
they have great data
and amazing data.
Brett was really forthcoming with so Brett, the co-founder of Akia Hub with Shumatsuo Post, was really forthcoming with a lot of the data that they have that is generally not public, right? It's stuff that from their members' questionnaires and whatnot about what they're seeing in terms of interest, utilization, ready to buy and whatnot. He just shared so much, and it's really amazing working with them because they bring a different perspective and different knowledge into
they're a kick-ass pair too. I mean, Brett's all on top of the data, and Shu is obviously very hands-on. Everybody knows him, so they're a very good match, I think.
And we've, you know, we're very happy with the relationship that we've built with them, and they're feeding through people who are interested in booking monthly rentals through us, and that's been really good. So we've been able to forge a relationship closer with the Akia Hub community, and I think Chai as well. So, but what I'm thinking for next time as well is I think more and more of the heritage is, you know, bringing I'm feeling it a lot with people that I'm speaking to. They're really wanting to get these heritage places and really wanting to learn about design and how to you know, save a lot of these heritage places. So I'd like to bring more of that into the game. Yeah. Taxes, Daigo and his team just kicked it out of the park, I think.
Yep.
It was such a useful session, and their breakout session, they just, like, people were just mobbing them, and they were out in the hall and being very noisy. So for the next breakout session, I had to shush them.
Yeah, very un-Japanese, Sato-san. What's up?
Well, actually, that's probably one of my comments with the breakout room that we had this time. It was sort of in the front hall area. So there was no separate room just for people to mingle and network. That was the same as the breakout room. And we had some networking time there, but there are a lot of people that would just want to talk and hang out as well. And that's one of the considerations where even if the venue, I think next time, is at the Tokyo Forum, we need to not have those spaces clash.
Well, that's what the one beforehand, where we had the two separate rooms, and then the hallway was pretty much the, you know, chatty room. Okay.
It looks like there are lots of interest from a lot of people, like lots of standout speakers.
Oh, Ziv, there you go. You got some love, Ziv.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I got love for organizing, but nothing about the presentation until now. It just means
Yeah.
that we just keep getting more and better speakers, so I'm not offended. That's all good.
Okay, so pacing, people are saying it was just right.
Yeah, and the length of the event.
Yeah.
And the value for money, I think majority of
Yeah,
people have said it's just right. So I don't think I think we're, you know, because we want to keep the price low, and that's why we have sponsors. And because otherwise the ticket price would be too expensive. So
yeah. And we're actually, we pretty much break even. There's no like,
there's no profit involved.
Oh,
No.
we always do. I don't think we've made more than a few $100 on
I,
these events to date.
yeah, I think a good one was like we walked out with like 20,000 yen, or we walk out 20,000 yen each short,
Yeah.
like amongst the coordinators,
Yeah.
which I think that's, considering it's a few million yen in total to put this together, being just a few million yen off in total, give or take, is I'm pretty happy that's a break even. And
Yeah, if it wasn't
good.
clear we're not there for the money, we're really,
No.
really happy to be part of this community, which is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And because we need to pay staff, like we need to pay the people who are running the stream, we need to pay the people who are running, doing the photography. So, we're not.
Oh, and the venue. I mean,
And the venues, like the
venues are
venue
not.
is really expensive, and the catering, because we have to use their catering as well.
Yeah. I remember we did some earlier on, we did some smaller venues that were more affordable, but basically, the comments, and I'm curious what then this response for the next question. How was the venue, Tokyo International Forum?
Yeah.
And yeah, 77% gave it a 5 out of 5, and 22% gave it a 4 out of 5. When I think in the first few stuff that we had, it was always an issue. The venues were getting a 1, 2, 3 out of
The
5.
audio wasn't good, or the video wasn't good, or the space wasn't big enough, or yeah.
It was
Yeah.
hot, it was cold, or the other thing is we had to hire chairs, and so that all of us we're not just speaking, we were also schlepping furniture around, and that's that's not ideal.
Yeah, actually, that's the best value of this venue for me, because last time and this time I actually felt like I have time to talk to people, which was not the case when we were running around doing everything ourselves.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
But having professional AV people is just, I'm not a professional, I don't want to be fiddling around with cables and, and when I've also got to think about being available for questions. So,
how's the
Food
food?
and beverage is what it is. I mean, it's generally favorable, but we can't really improve it. If we're with the forum, we have to use their catering.
Yeah, I mean, it gets 4 and 5 out of 10 for the most part. A few people gave it a 3, and one person gave it a 2. So, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
We can consider some more options in the future, but again, it's limited to a similar enough style on the caterer for that venue at least.
Yeah, so for Andy's, we love Andy's. Andy is great. He's, he really makes sure that we're taken care of. It is very, very noisy there. That was the comment that I had. Some people, it wasn't that easy because it's very crammed and but it's very authentic, right? So well, if we get more people, then we will just book out the whole place, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
Then,
I mean, I think if we're at the forum, this will probably be the place for the gala dinner. It seems like.
Also, I don't think it was the other people in the restaurant that were noisy.
No, it was us.
Oh, it was us, absolutely, sure, 100%.
There was one tiny little table in the corner, and that was about, and they looked at us weird too.
Yeah. But it is very cramped in there for sure, because we have to fit us all in, and those tables are tiny. So
food is off the charts.
The food's fantastic.
Now, if you've attended any of our recent JREP Summit events in Tokyo or online, you've probably heard our sponsor, Robert Miller from Innovatious.com. He's been in web solutions here in Japan for the past 25 years, and he's also an active investor in Japanese real estate property, as well as global online property, which is his specialty and what his company Innovatious is all about. They offer a full suite of website services for entrepreneurs and small business owners, including all aspects of web design and management, backup and updates, content formatting and editing, proactive maintenance and error fixing, you name it, with a strong focus on SEO excellence, which is what gets you those hardcore top-of-the-list search engine rankings. But there is a difference. Innovations works off a simple, all-inclusive monthly subscription model, as opposed to the typical outdated and confusing project model. So you never have to wonder how much any request for any work to be done on your website might cost. It's always $497 per month. And if that's not enough, if you've mentioned you've heard of their services on the Japan Real Estate Podcast, you'll also get 10% off this monthly price for life. Also, and equally important, if not more, you can try out Innovations for just 1 month, then switch them off, on again later if you want, and so forth. There are no minimum subscription terms. Now, if you're a small business owner, managing and growing a website is super distracting and time consuming, right? That's exactly where Innovations comes in. Robert's team takes care of all of that for you so that you can focus on what you do best. So feel free to email Rob on robert@innovations.com, and his team will conduct a full SEO and website audit on your site, reveal anything that you should address to increase your website's appeal, and provide you with an easy-to-read detailed report with your own branding so that you can make some informed decisions on your online strategy and watch your business grow as you implement it. So once more, robert@innovations.com. Drop him a line and get your website reviewed today.
Could you just scroll up a little bit, Tracy? All right, section 2, content and learning. How relevant were the topics to your interest and goals? So we had, over half said gave it a 5 stars, 37% gave it a 4 stars, and 5%, 2 respondees gave it a 3 out of 5. So, okay, I'm also quite happy with that.
Yeah. I think we signal pretty well what you're going to buy. Like, we don't bait and switch. The sales page pretty much is you're going to get this if and making sure that you're in alignment with what get what you came for type of thing.
Yeah. I'm interested in the next one, actually. Which topic areas would they like to see more?
Yeah, me too.
Everyone wants more minpaku.
Yeah. Legal and compliancing for short-term stays, minpaku zoning, which I think the second half of this call today, if we have time, is going to be a discussion on that. Tracy, you sent a message to our chat group just the other day about some wards being a bit strict and coming down on regulations for minpaku. So I think that's a very relevant discussion we need to have as well.
But also not just that, I think the rules as well for using minpaku businesses for business management visas. I think that was a really big topic because you can't necessarily use minpaku now to get your business management visa, and business management visas are now 30 million yen. So there's that. So.
And yet the Ministry of Tourism is lamenting the fact that there's no tourism in the rural areas. How does that work with not allowing people to open Airbnbs there? Sorry, I'm not going to go on this rant.
No. I mean, that's an excellent discussion, and we should have that.
Okay. So that, as I said, once this is over, let's have that. We can have that chat about minpaku because there are so many different aspects and sides to it. I've got a certain opinion about how I think it will actually roll forward, and based on my particular reasonings, I see it from a slightly maybe different angle than what you guys see it as. But again, there's just perspectives.
So always financing and loans and taxes are always really hot and important. The market data is, market data and trends. That's a new one for us. So obviously that's been a popular. More taxes, more financing and loans, and more
investment case
more
studies.
Renovations.
I'll whip up more investment case studies, I promise.
I'm trying to think. There's none of these, like relocation and property management is 20%. 8 people found that one particularly interesting, which I think is still a decent chunk. And then others were all of the above.
Yeah.
So everything is getting really. I'm pretty comfortable that there's enough interest in most of the topics that we're presenting, and I'm curious to see what else we can find to add to this.
I think there's some good suggestions.
Still hard on the lookout for a commercial property expert. Everyone I've been reaching out to has all kinds of company limitations that they're not allowed to speak in public events. So if you are a commercial property expert and you're listening to this podcast, we would love to talk to you.
Okay.
All right. So everyone's saying that the panels and the Q&A sessions, because that's us at the end. All of us in the row.
Yeah. Yeah. Perhaps one thought on that, because that Q&A panel, there is a lot of us.
Mm.
I'm trying to think, is it worth doing two separate panels of
It's almost worth doing one for market entry, right? To all the people that are interested in visas and market entry and those sorts of topics, as a standalone panel, because I think we've got enough people who who are not maybe Japan based, but who are needing information from abroad, and maybe even one that's sort of more just real estate in just building stuff, and then if Minpaku is obviously something that's of interest, then all the Minpaku people get together.
It's
So
not a bad idea.
almost like a fireside chat things rather than a whole long panel.
Right, so we'll brainstorm that separately, but yes, we were gonna have two Q&A panels as well, but we just suddenly got hit with so many speakers and everybody wanted to hear from them. We just had to reshuffle the schedule and we had to drop one of the Q&A sessions, but we'll try to work it out a bit better next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
So live stream people, audio, visual, chat, there was poor. So Q&A interaction, that's always hard being in the, but with the live stream, it's always great for people to put their questions in advance. That's why I always send out a pre survey, and we try to get to all those questions from the pre questionnaire, so to make sure that your voice is heard. Did you make useful connections?
Most people did, yeah.
Yeah, most people made good connections. Because that's also, it's not just the people that are at the front of the room. It's there's so many really, really interesting people in the audience. So, and we have most people definitely coming. I always like this. Maybe it's complicated.
So I interested in attending a future JREP summit in 2026. So yeah, 55% said definitely, 38% said likely, and then a few others, maybe it's complicated. Yeah, I can understand that as well, especially if you don't live here or sometimes,
I admire the people who come back, and it's not just once, who come back time after time from a different country. Like they actually time their Japan trips to coincide with the summit. That's very flattering.
I have a number of, so some of my owners actually do that deliberately. So, and also, they get to come and see their properties and get to come and see me, and that's why as well, I think all of us really want to, bring something new each time, rather than just rehashing the same information. And, if you need to go back and have a look at anything in the past, they're all those recordings are there.
Yeah, I think with the financial presentations like Emil's and Alicia's and Daigo-san's, that's, I mean, all we need is this year's updates. Like, thank you, the basics are not going to change, but please tell us what's happening with the numbers this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I actually spoke with few people, and they said that they would like a little bit kind of a quick summary of our basics and services and stuff like that, because some of them were there for the first time, and we kind of always up our game and change presentation and assume people know us and people know what we do and our fees and this and that. But some of them actually don't. So I got a few requests from people if we can maybe next time just spend a little time at the beginning to little bit go over our services, and if we have like fees or something, then just kind of put it in the presentation.
I mean, we could also do that as a part of the the homework beforehand, like in the pre-arrival questionnaire, so almost like a bio.
Maybe send like bios and a brief introductions of the companies, and a brief, honestly, like, yes, do you have fees or do you have like additional something services? So it might be a good idea to put this as a read aheads kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one that does not do read aheads, to be honest. So I can definitely understand the thing saying, look, you know what, just get up there, give me this short spiel or short summary about what you do and what very specific, and then get into your thing.
Yeah, but some people love it though. So like, when not everyone's the same. So, but it is a good idea, and also it's good practice for all of us to have
Blanca's
that.
right though. I'm kind of assuming people know who we are, which is probably a mistake. So I'll extend mine a little bit for sure.
Yeah. Well, I always start mine with who am I and why should you listen to me? Just to give a bit of background. Because I'm not assuming that, people know who I am. So so anyway, for next time, here are some of the responses. Price option for streaming and attendance in person. I thought we did have that.
Yeah, we did have that.
Okay. So I'll talk to that quickly. I think so. We're talking about what improvements would you suggest for next time, and this one is price options for streaming and attendance in person. I think these are people that want both. Is that how I read that?
Oh, right. So I'll be there when I can, and if not, I want to watch from home, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
You know what?
to be fair, we could just send the Zoom link to every single person who was
Everyone
coming.
who attends in person is very welcome to the Zoom link for sure.
Correct. Yeah, but I just didn't want to, I didn't want to annoy people with information that they don't need.
Yeah,
That could
maybe
be.
we should just note that that's an option to anyone who buys a physical ticket. We'll note it on the ticketing page, and then they can reach out to us if they need the link.
Yeah, because some people either can't attend or they may have to leave early or want to just watch the first part remotely as they're on the train. Or alternatively, I think, I'm happy with that. I think if you're coming in person, moving forward, you'll also get access to the streaming. But maybe some people feel if they don't get the streaming, they can't view the recording. So all the recordings are put on YouTube and uploaded. Granted, a little bit after the events because it takes time to edit and prepare them.
Yeah, the only advantage of being live in the stream is that you can, number one, network with the people in the chat, and number two, float questions to be answered live.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting. They get the contact information. So
we're trying not to be salesy. If you want to, we'll
I'm
all over the place, no problem.
Also there. Yeah. And we our business cards we had on the table. We have our business cards as well. All right. But okay, fine. We'll make it a bit easier. Maybe in the mail out as well. We'll have more clearly everyone.
I used to do that. I used to have like but there was just so many speakers this time that having everybody's handles for social media and everyone's contact information, it would have been like a really super long message. So I just had everyone's names and but I can hyperlink them. To their websites. So
right.
it means that people have to read the mail. That's why. Open the emails.
That's fine. More networking.
Really? I kept extending the networking breaks. You want more? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy to read that though. It means that we're getting what we want from this is for people to actually connect with each other. So but I think Emil's comment from before is right. We need to have a dedicated networking space so that people want to keep talking instead of attending a presentation can just do it easily.
Yeah, because not everyone is interested in every topic, and that's fine. That's fair. Okay. After meeting access, well, this is again this is same, just very similar.
Networking. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read them out aloud because I think some people are just going to be listening. So another comment, after meeting access to the presentations, first day's lunch distribution was confusing, so room for improvement. Okay. Yeah, I think we should look, lunch is in that next room, go grab it. We'll be a bit clearer with that. And as for presentations, people do ask for the presentations. Sorry, Ziv is asking for our presentations like in advance, but I think 9 times out of 10 we are doing it up until the night before, fine tuning and refining. But I think on the day, we'll just set up the page earlier and say, look, you can download a presentation now from this link because I'll grab the presentations from people.
As long as they're okay with it being just the slide decks, we're not going to have the videos ready until a week or two.
I believe that's what they mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is interesting for people to have like inline real time. There are some. I've got a software option that we can use for that, which makes it easy. And then that could be just every speaker includes it after their talk with a QR code. So that's really useful, especially if you have an offer. So the speaker, if you fill in the rating for each of the speakers, the speaker can then have direct contact with you, and then you can get their offer or get their contact details directly if you fill in that. So I'll get that. I'll pull out that software. It's a free tool. Tables in the streaming room for laptops. Maybe some tables, not because we all had tables up the back and we were working, right?
Yeah, that would be an issue.
Is it more money?
No, it's just a matter of, I mean, if we stick in a little table for each chair, then that's going to be half the number of chairs. We're okay this time, but we keep growing, so I'm not sure how feasible that would be.
Okay, but that's it. I don't think everyone will want to take.
Not everyone will. Maybe half and half. Yeah. Half and half desks and half for just what's it called? Like movie seating.
But that's it. It is a laptop, so put it on your lap.
Yeah, but if you only do half and half, people are gonna sit at the table so they can put their drinks and stuff, and it's not gonna solve the issue of the laptop.
Or they'll
so
be
it either has to be
for the tables.
yeah. So that's not a solution. But space-wise, I'm not sure if that's doable with the room. And yeah, it's tricky.
Okay. Well, we'll see what solutions we have for that.
Yeah.
More signage for finding venue. So
Yeah.
more signage for finding venue.
We're not allowed to bring snacks. We're sorry.
No, we're not allowed to bring snacks.
The forum doesn't allow us to bring in any food or drink, and they don't have a snack option that I'm aware of, but I'll look into that again.
Yeah. And that's what more signage finding the venue. Yeah, the Tokyo International Forum is huge. They have so many floors, 2 different buildings, the main arena area with the huge glass roof, which we were at last time. Sorry, like
last time
in April. And this most recent time we were at it felt like a much nicer room, but it was in the other building across the walkway.
Yeah, you've just got to have the signage. Yeah,
it is confusing.
Oh no, read the emails, right? That's what because it's all in the emails in advance.
Yeah, we're not allowed. We're only allowed to hang signs in a few designated locations. We can't just spray them all over the plaza there. But we'll try to make it a bit clear with the snacks too. By the way, you're very welcome to bring them in your own bags. We're just not allowed to distribute them. Yeah,
got it.
But I mean, this time around, it was whole D5. It's not that difficult to find a whole D5 if you have signs.
The whole section, basically, yeah.
If you have the signs all over the place. So I think, people just have to look for signs a little bit more and read emails to see the location. But this time around, it was not that difficult to find comparing to last time when they actually changed floor on us last minute. So I think this time it was not that difficult. Unfortunately, sometimes we just have to sacrifice nicer venue for less options. So we have beautiful venue. We had beautiful hall this time. And yes, the catering is not ideal. And yes, we cannot have all the snacks and everything we used to have all the time before. But then also think about the halls we had before. So do you prefer having few snacks that you can bring your own by yourself, or do you prefer nicer venue?
Yeah, I think the information and the presentations are why. I mean, obviously the networking as well, but mainly the information that people get is why they're coming there. And the audio, video, the presentation spaces are just unparalleled compared to the other places we had.
The venue was fantastic. Like, honestly, this time around, we've got so much great feedback from people that were there, even from the speakers alone. and from the sponsors that actually really saw a huge improvement on the venue and on the quality of the summit, and that it's also really important.
Correct.
A lot of, the evolution of this conference or this summit has been from the feedback. Initially, it was 5 people in one day, and now it became a 2-day event, and it's grown in the location. So definitely look with this feedback. I think, we get it back, and all right, we need to be a bit clearer with identifying the rooms. The Tokyo International Forum is huge, as I was saying, multiple floors, multiple rooms and halls within the different buildings. So I think that's where it's complex to find, is when you get to the forum, where is it? And you have to walk around, and even myself, who's been there before, had to try to figure out, where is it? Oh, it's up this little elevator here, because it's so large. So, okay, I think definitely making that a bit clearer, and especially people, namely myself, a lot of times, always running a bit behind schedule and rushing to get there.
This next comment is really, really useful, actually. I think everything in it we need to implement. So it says, shoring up the venue information earlier would have been good. Yes, that's something we've already realized, and we're actually locking it in right now. So almost 6 months in advance.
Yes, I agree.
We will let you know, but it is probably going to be the Tokyo International Forum again. And name tags for people. I don't know why we haven't thought about that.
Well, it's because that's a lot of work to get them.
Actually, just give them blank stickers and a marker.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did have that. There were some people talking about that, and I had that discussion at the venue, because of all the networking, and you see how much comments are about networking. Just having your name, at least.
Have you been to Big Site recently for like an event at Big Site? No. They have an interesting way of doing it. The ticket actually has a QR code on it, and the ticket is, you print out the ticket and you fold it up and put it inside the really cheap lanyards. But the QR code's interesting because you can actually get information from different people, and also if you do speak to somebody, I can then grab the QR code of the person who I'm speaking to, so that I've got a record of who they are. So it's all paperless then. But I mean,
right. Hands up for just stickies and markers.
Or stickies and markers. Okay.
Sorry, my video's off, but yes, I got my hands up. But any kind of QR.
Hello, my name is. Yeah.
QR involved extra information is always good. If it's easy enough to implement, why not?
Yeah, I mean it is. It's just a matter of having the right ticketing system, and I'm not sure that the one we use will allow that, but they've got that stickies thing. I'm not sure. I'd have to investigate it a little bit.
Yep.
But
and not everyone wants to.
We interrupt this broadcast to tell you about Tokyo Family Stays. They're a short-term rentals company in Tokyo, and they offer a home away from home experience, which is just perfect for remote working, quarantining, if that's still a thing, or if you just need somewhere quiet to get away from the world. They offer a variety of options for families, corporate relocations, or even if you're simply transitioning between homes in Tokyo. The properties are super comfortable, tastefully furnished, fully equipped with all amenities, and they accommodate up to 10 people. So really the only thing you'll need to bring with you is your toothbrush and maybe a change of clothes. They come with fast unlimited wireless internet, dedicated workspaces, and fully equipped kitchens, and they're just a delight to stay in. Fantastic alternative to Japanese business hotels, which if you've ever stayed in one, you probably know they're tiny, they're noisy, fine for a night or two if you're on your own, but longer term or with a family, you'll probably feel you're in a jail cell very quickly in a Japanese business hotel. So if you want to give yourself a sense of space and freedom by renting a real home with comfortable Western beds, including all the necessities like baby bedding, children's toys, high chairs, etc., you definitely want to reach out to Tokyo Family Stays. They've been at it for over a decade. They're a fully licensed minpaku or short-term stay operator. And as a special bonus for our viewers and listeners, they're also throwing in a breakfast basket upon arrival for anyone who books and mentions the Japan Real Estate Podcast or NTI. And not only for guests, if you're a property owner, you've got an investment property that you want to tweak for higher profit, or a holiday home that you want to rent out when you're not using it via short-term stays, drop them a line today, see how they can help you maximize your property's income. And again, as a special bonus to our viewers and listeners, they're also offering a free audit of your existing short-term stay listings without any obligation whatsoever. So feel free to reach out to them at tokyofamilystays.com. Well worth a visit. And again, if you're in the market for a family home in or around the Tokyo metropolitan area, Emil's your man. Don't be shy to reach out to him as well at sales@realestate.jp. And now, back to the podcast.
So
We also wrote,
No,
we should have told people about, which is absolutely right. We did say on the second day that if you don't want to be in the pictures and the videos, please let the photographer know. We should have said that on the first day. I think we'll add it to the we'll just add it to the ticketing page. So people know. Basically, if you're there, you will be recorded and photographed unless you tell us in advance that you don't want to be.
I'm going to actually, we'll discuss this separately, but I do feel that there will be videos and photos taken of the event, and that's it. I don't think we can manage an opt-out option. We can't manage that at all.
I absolutely agree with this because I attend enough events and stuff throughout, and everywhere there's basically written on the ticketing page or when I'm purchasing or registering for the event that please note this event will be photographed and recorded. So like take note of that. No options. Like I'm sorry, but
Okay.
if you have, it just cannot be logistically really how you're going to be taking pictures, and the photographer has to remember that the third person from the right and a fourth person from the left does not want to be in the picture.
No, yeah, you're right. Fair enough. Okay.
So you are attending public event, you're going to be in the pictures. You don't have to take group pictures, but you're going to be in the pictures taken at the event.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we'll be clear about that.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
People wanting to join the breakout rooms.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Sorry.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, depending on the speaker and their audience, right? Like Shu, for example, asks people, is it okay if I record? And if everybody says yes, then he does. So, but up to them. We're not going to be officially recording and releasing the breakout rooms.
Yeah. I think though with that as well, again, we have to adapt to some of the needs and requests of people. We can also have, the breakout rooms, when they first started, it was we do our talk and then we can have a little workshop / breakout room to discuss. But now the breakout room is basically another topic almost, or a further detailed whole new discussion and presentation that's a little bit less intimate than the mass presentation. But I also feel a lot of people having those discussions, it's not so much a one-on-one consultation. It still is almost like a smaller workshop that is within, after like seeing a few of them, I feel the content of them can actually still be broadcast and also or recorded at least. Whereas, and then an additional separate real consultation or one-on-one, which is why I feel that networking room, having a third space, one where, main presentation room, breakout / workshop room, and then the separate networking space where if you want to sit down and have a one-on-one chat with one of the talk speakers that's offline is an option. We need to look at that logistically.
We need to find a room where this would be possible, because the room was great. The room was great, but we did not have kind of a networking room. And at some point, everybody was chatting and disturbing the breakout sessions. So
the other thing with the breakout room is that it requires a dedicated streaming and recording team, which is going to bring ticket prices up. So there's a bit of a
that
balance.
is a different issue. Yes, that's a different issue.
Or it could just be it could just be recorded. That's the other option. Yeah. And so it won't be live. It could just be recorded.
We'll look at.
We'll have a think about it.
Yeah, but I do think there are.
The next one says, nice to have Wi-Fi in the room. Unfortunately, that's another thing that at the forum specifically will boost up ticket prices significantly. So
we can get more Wi-Fi. It's just more expensive. Is that right?
If you want Wi-Fi in the room as opposed to just outside the room, then but I think the ones outside the room were working pretty well in the room this time. Don't tell the forum, but
Yeah. Yeah. The issue though with the Wi-Fi, like we've had in the past, is it destroys the stream. If we have
Yes.
multiple
if
people on
everyone
it,
connects to it, yeah, for sure.
yeah, it eats up the stream.
Mm.
So with the stream data. So unfortunately,
That might remain in the other room, yeah.
yeah. And look, also thinking is if you're in Japan, most people will have data of some kind.
Or like, hey, look, maybe I could, find a deal with like one of the, if you're wanting to rent a portable Wi-Fi for the day, we could maybe try and get a sponsor from one of the Wi-Fi rental people, so you could have your own. I don't know. That's just a thought.
No, it's
Yeah.
not a bad thought, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then you get your own personal Wi-Fi unit for the day. And I could talk to my Wi-Fi people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. During the weekday, that's a question that people have asked.
Was that asked more than once? Because everybody
No,
else
I
seems
think
to
it's
be
just
on
yeah.
I see that one thing. Yeah, I'm finding it very hard to do a weekday.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have nearly as many speakers if we do that. Some of them are coming.
Not only
now that
speakers, I also don't think that how many people can actually take off from work.
probably not.
Days,
Sorry.
yeah.
This is my work, so I work 7 days a week as it is. So,
Okay.
I'm such a victim now.
I'm
So
going to
that's
read out.
echoing. This next one is echoing the same comment. And yes, we definitely need a separate breakout room. We'll see what we can do about that. And Andy's was very, very loud. Again, we've addressed that.
It's a pub. It's a pub, and it was loud because we were shouting, or like, everybody was talking and excited. It was loud because we were loud.
Yeah, it wasn't Andy's that was loud. It was us.
Yeah, it was not Andy that was loud. It was us that was loud. And you put 50 foreigners in the room, no matter how quiet the room is, it's gonna be noisy.
Yeah.
By the way, anybody who attended the after party, that was even louder.
Oh, I didn't go to that. What was it? Because I was just done. I'm old. I was done. Where did you go?
That's cut out there.
Where did you go?
It was a little izakaya. I don't remember the name. They accommodated us admirably because we said 30 people and ended up being about 60 people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they gave us like little separate tables, so it was groups of 6, but it was good fun.
Okay. Because that little German pub we went to a couple of years ago was pretty good as well.
Yes, it was. Actually, if you just go up a little bit, Tracy. So just want to repeat this. So the venue space felt a little limited this time with only the main room plus breakout room without extra stride room or hallway space for overflow networking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I felt as well. Just that space.
Yeah.
The breakout / room was also the / overflow kind of space.
Do you reckon they would like that second room, because would they be able to put panels up and make it into a private space, or
That'll still be noisy though.
Too noisy,
yeah. They have so many different halls there. We don't have to try to. I don't think that's the right question. Is how can we modify this one space to fit our needs? It's rather
just get a different hall.
Get a different hall. Okay.
Yeah, a different hall with like 2 rooms and then the front like a separate entrance foyer.
That sounds like a task for Super Becca. Nobody knows her because she doesn't show up physically at the events, but she's the one making it all happen, our event organizer. Thank you, Becca.
Thank you, Becca. But having the bathrooms there, and hi Kat, having the bathrooms there and having a cloakroom there actually was pretty good, because a lot of people show up with suitcases. So that was positive.
The room was great. It's just that it was missing the kind of networking space or separate breakout room. So
that space near the elevator was not good enough, you think? Because that was all ours. There was nobody else using it.
No, it wasn't. No, it was too full. It was too formal. There weren't any seats. It was not. No, it's not designed. It's an elevator hall, literally.
Yeah. It's just an elevator hall. So that one, like, yes, people end up standing there. But even when you're talking there, because there's no door or anything, you can hear everybody.
Yeah.
So it was still disturbing the breakout sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another request for name tags, which I think is a positive. So
the way
another
we do
request for Tracy.
There are two. there are two ways we do it at some of the events I attend to. Either you have lanyards and then you can put in your own name or put your Meishi in, or you just get the sticker and a marker, write your name. You know,
let's keep it simple.
depends how fancy you want to go, but I think keep it simple.
Okay.
Someone was suggesting QR codes. Let's not go there.
Well, if somebody wants to be making them and then explaining to people how it works, then I'm all for it. But I don't think we need another admin challenge.
No, exactly. Let's not overcomplicate things. And then a couple of people have suggested that they want to be sponsors or exhibiting or speakers, and I've got those email addresses, so I'll follow up with those.
Yeah, because based on that, we might also need to adjust the rooms.
Yes. Yeah.
But yes, because not, there's speakers, sponsors, and exhibitors, and then there'll be different tiers. So some people don't necessarily want to have a speaking spot or like 100, like a full hour or full 45 minutes, even if it was just like a quick,
like Robert does, right? Yeah.
Like Robert does, or maybe so for example, like if I'd get the Wi-Fi people in, or I mean, that might be an option for MailMate as well, because it's a pretty simple concept, but it gets the sponsors in front of an audience, which are people who are likely to use their services. So that might be, I'll look at different tiers and what they get.
So again, for example, the breakout room we had would be perfect for this, with different setup, like set up different booths. But then at that point, you need a different room for breakout sessions.
Yeah, but I think having tables, people would like tables, perhaps, if it's
to have tables around the room, so, and to be it in the room where people are standing and chatting, so a lot of attention to that room, and that would be really good.
Okay. And there we go.
I have to run, guys.
Okay, good to talk to you.
Great seeing you, even though so briefly, but it was lovely.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So let's read out. I want to read out any final thoughts, testimonials, or shout outs you'd like to share. So let's read these out. So I'll start. Thank you for this event. I plan to attend again and encourage more Hawaii-based interested people to attend. There's a high crossover between our cultures.
Indeed. Yeah, I think I know the person who wrote that. So
we had a few people actually from Hawaii, to be honest.
Yeah, no, we had Ryan, and Ryan was there. Yeah. So
okay. Okay. I know nothing about real estate, so this was a great opportunity to learn a lot and make me motivated to learn more. Fantastic. That's what this is about.
That's the goal. We've won.
Very informative and benefited from much of the information. Great. Great meeting the presenters. So appreciate the education. Thank you. Thank you for organizing this summit. As for being a speaker, I am going through my first real estate venture into rentals. Instead of doing it in my current home country of the USA, it is being done in Japan. There is certainly a lot to learn during this process, and it might be fun to provide some anecdotal information for those who have never done this like myself. So more anecdotes, more case studies.
That sounds like maybe a section of somebody else's presentation, like bring somebody up on stage who can actually
that's interesting.
Give a live example of what it's like. I'm not sure it'll fill an entire slot, but definitely an interesting idea to bring on stage.
Okay. All were real top-notch. We're a real top-notch group of experts in their own right, a wealth of information and valuable contacts for future business in Japan. Thank you.
Excellent.
I appreciate the focus on the management and responsible ownership of homes, rural or urban. I'd like to see less speculative purchasing and flipping and more community-minded residential goals. I agree.
Yeah, all of us, definitely.
Yes,
definitely an issue in Japan, and that's something that government is also starting to act on. In reality, billionaires can buy up most of the country, so my focus is on renting to local people and joining community activities to avoid becoming snob hoods like BC or hearing neighbors as in the US. Okay. Also, I'd like to focus on older homeowners and what to do for life changes with homes bought for child rearing and the need to prepare for sale and downsizing.
That's an interesting topic. Yeah.
That's interesting. So on that last note, I do just family purchases, like family homes, mostly in Tokyo. And yeah, that is a demographic. It used to, a lot of my focus earlier was on young families, just engaged or having a child on the way or young baby looking to buy a family home. But recently I've been, meeting more people that are, 10, 20 years my senior that are now wanting to downsize their kids, again, foreign families, foreign couples but the kids have moved out, they've gone to university and
I'm
often
so jealous. I want to
university
be there.
overseas. Yeah. And it's time like, well, we need to downsize. We don't need this big 4-bedroom house anymore. An apartment would be good. So there is definitely a
That
people.
does sound like something to add to your presentation, I think.
Yeah.
It is interesting. Yeah.
All right. What else? Let's go down a bit. Tracy?
Years. Lot of love coming from the audience. Andy's was great. Thank you for sharing. Very well organized. We try. We're all running busy businesses, and so I know that Ziv and Becca do start to scream at people when it's coming close and they haven't put in their presentations on time. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. But yeah, we wouldn't Ziv and Becca just do like an amazing job, and I need to be a bit more on top of the ticketing in a hurry, because that was a comment from before that we need to have the ticketing out
locking
early.
in the venue in advance,
Yes.
and maybe the list of speakers and sponsors a bit earlier too will give people enough to make a commitment if they want to. We'll have a pre-registration early bird form again, and then
and then we'll just start selling. We won't just have early, it'll be, buy while you can, like buy them now while we announce it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So the summit has grown so much. So proud of Ziv and the gang. Ziv and the gang, that's a band name. And their great chemistry and energy that they bring.
Yeah. We do have good chemistry. It is such a positive vibe.
That's one of the things that I'm most proud of. Also, we did this so that we could all just hang out in the room together because we all like each other. And
I actually remember when you brought it up. That was you, Tracy. It was like, hey, how about we do a real live one?
But that's the thing, we like each other, and we all respect each other, and I think I've been in some communities where there hasn't been the right energy, and this is just such a, for me personally, I just love being around you guys, and so anything that we can bring more of the like-minded people in the room, I think that's what I'm really proud of, that we've really attracted a community of people who I just I think are doing good things in Japan for Japan, and we're helping them. So yeah.
I find when you do something repeatedly over time, and each time you try to improve, so it means you get rid of some of the junk or what didn't work, and you add what you think will work or what will improve. Over time, you have, I guess, either a product, but also in this case, a community of people that we've met along the way that we say, okay, now I want you to come as a sponsor, or you want to participate or be involved. We do get sponsor inquiries from people, and we're like, we don't see the alignments. You're too detached, or you're not the type, we don't fit. So we're already, even now, we're curating the speakers and the list. I try to be thoughtful of that. So I think that's why it's a community now that has such a great connection. And the people that come regularly, they come because one, they learn, but they also feel like they fit in. And if there was a conflict or clash, or it wasn't the right vibe, they wouldn't come again. They wouldn't come to the gala. But it's not that. So I feel that the benefit of just repeated action over time filters out what doesn't fit and amplifies what does fit.
I mean, we don't want to have sponsors and exhibitors who just really just annoying or are not not in alignment with what the community is asking for. We don't want one of those types of seminars. I think we all hate them. So.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
I'm not going to have time for the second conversation, though. I'm sorry. We'll have to do that next week.
We'll have to do it. Well, how about we just meet up again next week?
Yeah, but we do need to talk about that topic. It's definitely
Yes,
it's a burning one.
Minpaku licensing is changing dramatically.
Yeah, so I do want to get more of these podcasts out, Ziv. The JREP podcast.
The JREP team. I'm
it's always on my diary, and I booked my. I'm now doing the multifamily accelerator with Aki Ahab, and I specifically booked that on Wednesdays as well. So I'll know Wednesday is recording day.
Okay, well, it's on my calendar as well every week. So, do you think we'll get Matt back in the saddle?
He is finalizing his issues that he had run into. It sounds positive. I hope so.
Good. All right.
Fantastic.
Well, I know I've got some speakers that are really keen to join our podcast. So the designer, the interior architect. I think there's some really juicy conversations we can have. So I'll book them in.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your time. Talk to you soon. And thanks everyone who attended the summit. We love seeing you every year.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So there you have it. Nice to get the band back together again, and so soon after the last summit too. Congratulations to our raffle winners. Hope you and all of you out there have the dates marked on your calendar, 18th and 19th April 2026 at most likely the Tokyo International Forum, again near Tokyo Station, and of course online via the stream. See you all again very, very soon. Now, before we go, we're also, as always, going to tell you and also link to our other sponsor's website. That's Hiroshi Shimizu, immigration lawyer and administrative scrivener. If you're thinking about moving here on a more permanent basis, or you're already in Japan on some sort of a temporary visa and you want to switch to a longer term or permanent one, or if you're considering setting up a local company or a branch office of a foreign company and you've got any sort of business or visa related inquiries, or even if you just want to find out what your options are on any of these topics, feel free to contact Hiroshi Shimizu. You can find him at japanimmigrationexperts.com, and he can help you set up a company, apply for any kind of visa, or just provide you with the best advice and extremely affordable consultation related to these topics. And he's already done that for many of our listeners. So feel free to reach out to him. Again, that's japanimmigrationexperts.com, and you'll be well on your way. And that's it from us for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Japan Real Estate Podcast. Do share it with your networks, and please let us know what you think. So leave us a short rating or review on the iTunes Store, on Spotify, or just drop us a line in the comment section or wherever you might have found this episode. We love hearing from you. Hope to have you with us again next time, and until then, have a great day or night ahead. Yoroshiku.